Tonight means nothing if we stay in here. We'll only breed obsession, and I'm already a fan. Everything you see is your possession, and I'm already possessed.
Well, hi everyone, welcome back to the Australian Formula One podcast. We're about to give our tips for Hungary. We've already done a couple of laps, which you'll see in a later video. And Pep, you're 1, 2 and 3 for the 2008 Hungarian Grand Prix. Who have you picked for first, mate?
Yeah, I was looking at the, well, first of all, of course, the performance recently, but also what's been happening at the Hungarian Grand Prix recently. We're looking that up this morning, Max. And, you know, it seems like McLaren do well there, and as we know, it's a circuit where whoever gets on pole is going to win the race, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless they have a mechanical breakdown or it's very difficult to overtake, blah, blah, blah. So we're doing this video before qualifying, but I actually think that Kimi, I'm hoping that Kimi's going to return to form. There's been a lot of banter about Kimi. He's been knocking down little kids in the pit lane.
Pushing photographers.
Yes.
Been great.
Conversations about Ferrari's form, whether they're in a slump, and you know, Ferrari came out and said, well, we've won half the races this year, so...
I thought that was great,
yeah.
actually.
So I'm calling Kimi, Matt. I'm calling Kimi to win in Hungary.
Okay.
I'm not sure how he's going to qualify, but if he qualifies well in the top 2, 3, I expect him to win the race, mate.
Oh, okay, very interesting. A Ferrari resurgence, mate. Well, I've gone a little bit different. I've picked Lewis to come first to capitalise on his recent good form. I think McLaren have the edge over Ferrari at the moment, and I'm not quite sure when Ferrari are going to come out of this malaise that they're in. But
In Hungary.
Injection. But no, I think Lewis has got the ascendancy at the moment, and I see no reason why that would change. So Lewis Hamilton for me.
Okay, so 3 in a row for Lewis.
3 in a row for Lewis.
That's a hat-trick of wins.
Been done before.
There's not too many, actually. I was reading today, I think there's only 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, they will.
Oh, they will. But I think it's 6 drivers. Not too many have done a hat-trick of wins. So if Lewis does that, then he'll be up there in the record books, Max.
He certainly will. All right, mate. We've both picked our number 1 and number 2. You've picked Kimi. I picked Lewis. Who have you got for number 2?
Yeah, I've got Lewis for P2, so I still think McLaren's going to do well. In fact, I've got Heikki for P3. I still think McLaren's got lots of pace, and there's no reason why they won't be on the podium unless they crash out or mechanical. So,
Well, there's the safety car.
yeah, I mean, anything could happen, but I think that McLaren deserve to be on the podium, even though Kim's going to win the race. They deserve to be there. So
Hedging your bets, mate.
I've got Lewis and then Heikki, P2, P3, Max.
Oh, okay. Lewis and Heikki. All right. Well, I've got Felipe Massa for my number 2. I don't know. I mean, Ferrari are on the back foot a bit at the moment, and you know, the young Brazilian's a bit of a firebrand, and maybe he'll pull one out of the box. I don't know, but I'm expecting good things from Felipe this race. I think it's about time that Ferrari got back to where we know they should be. So I'm picking him for my number 2, and for my number 3, I picked Heikki Kovalainen, who I think has matured as a driver. Yes. And you can't discount that McLaren. It's the form car of the season at the moment, and I think Heikki will do a wonderful job in Hungary.
Well, Max, Ron Dennis agrees with you because he's just signed Heikki just in the last couple of days for 09.
Yeah.
So he's put some confidence in Heikki. So
It's a good move by McLaren. I think they should have locked this kid up anyway. I mean, he's only going to get better, and we've seen as the season's progressed that Heikki's gone from a fairly slow start. He's really picked up the momentum now and is starting to race really well.
Yeah, and Nico Rosberg's another one actually who I think it's been confirmed he's got the Williams seat for next year.
Yeah, I think that was a no-brainer. I don't think you're surprised.
No, I mean Frank would have kept him at all costs, and unless a big check came along, and obviously it didn't. There was no reason why Nico would leave.
Yeah, the only thing that I question about him staying, though, I mean, okay, ignoring contractual issues, Williams being a privateer, okay, they've got Renault engines and the like, but they just don't have the budget the big teams have. So
They're not going to make it.
I don't know, and I love Williams. Trust me, I do.
Yeah, there's
and so do you.
heritage and
For a young bloke to turn around and say, "Oh, you know, I'm going to stay here," I don't know that they're going to do it for you, Nico, because they just don't have the money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a large or a well-financed big team will always build a less financed big team, in my opinion. And you know, your Ferraris, your McLarens, and the like, even your Toyotas. Got massive budgets, and unfortunately Team Willie doesn't. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Nico in the ensuing years.
Yeah, exactly, and you're right, Max. They don't have the budget, and hopefully, I think Nico's just signed for 1 year, so that means that with the rule changes next year, maybe there'll be a front runner,
and that could bring the
and
field
then
back,
Nico. It's a good time to have your contract kind of up for negotiation.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's thinking about that.
That's a good point, though, that you do bring in. A lot of people believe that the 2009 regulation changes will be a great leveller. I mean, I guess that remains to be seen. But it'll be interesting to see how where the teams end up after 2009, I think.
All right, guys. Well, that's our tips, plus some conversations about some team changes, driver changes, for next year. So let us know what you think. And thanks very much for watching.
Enjoy the race, guys.
Enjoy the race, and the background noise was provided by the birds and also my dog, Buddha. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
See you both.
Bye.